Hello again, it's me, Jesse. I'm one of the tour guides over at Destination Solar System at the Intuitive Planetarium. Thanks to the planetarium and the folks at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, I'm able to send you guys this transmission all the way from the year 2096. I wanted to tell you about all of the cool things that you can find in the night sky from your own home. So what are we looking at today? Well, today we're going to talk about Orion the Hunter. The easiest way to find Orion is to find the Great Bears and to turn around 180 degrees. Now, Orion is one of the brightest constellations, and at the time of this episode's filming, he's currently located in the southwest part of the night sky, just not long after sunset. Orion is most easily seen in the winter, and as we move into spring, he will seem to drift lower and westward from night to night. By early May, he will be right on the horizon. Because of this predictable pattern, the Navajo used Orion's location as kind of a calendar to help them know when to plant their crops. When Orion stops rising high into the night sky, we can expect consistently warm weather. Just like we use the Big Dipper asterism to find Ursa Major, we're actually going to use a different asterism to find Orion. Now, this time we'll be looking for 3 bright stars all aligned in a row. These stars form an asterism known to Chinese astronomers as the 3 stars. But because in many Western cultures we've seen this constellation in the form of a man, and these 3 stars fall right around where his hips would be, we refer to this area as Orion's belt. Now, you'll notice 4 more stars in this region, 2 above the belt and 2 below. These stars mark Orion's shoulders and knees. Now, when we look at Orion, we'll most likely be able to see this fuzzy patch just below Orion's belt, right where we might expect the Hunter's sword to be holstered. This fuzzy patch looks like a smudge or a cloud from here on Earth, and looking at it through a telescope doesn't show us much more detail. This region actually marks something called a nebula. It's a region where stars are being born. Now, it looks like a faint whitish or greenish cloud to our eyes because the colors are quite faint. But through a camera, we can see much more detail. A camera's long exposure time is much better at seeing the colors that our eyes just can't make out. The hundreds of stars in this nebula are all young stars, and their light has illuminated the shapes that we see in the nebula's gas and dust. According to the Greek myth, Orion was placed into the sky by Artemis, the goddess of the hunt. In those days, meat was hard to come by, and you were lucky to have some on your plate at the end of the day. So, as the greatest hunter who ever lived, Orion's skills were especially valued. Artemis loved Orion for his bravery and extraordinary hunting skills, and they became great friends while hunting together and telling stories by the fire at night. When he died, she placed him in the sky as a tribute to their friendship so that we might always remember him. Make sure you keep an eye out here for any future updates. I'll be sure to send more transmissions from 2096 as soon as I get the chance. Until then, take a peek at your own night sky and see if you can find the constellations that we talked about today. I'll talk to you soon. Bye!